What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know you guys are seeing AMC and wondering what is happening with this stock. My price prediction on Sunday was that we would hit about $35, bounce back up. You guys see the markets are up a lot. Why is AMC still dropping? That's what we have to go over. This whole situation is incredibly bullish, so I hope you guys stay until the end of this video to hear this out, and I think you guys will feel as bullish as I do myself. Now, as far as everything else we're going to cover what is going on with the Omicron situation, because there is a little bit more fear starting to come out today. Believe it or not, the markets are dropping as we currently speak. The S&P 500 taking a major downturn on some heavy volume. And other than those two things, we're going to go over the short interest data, the stock tracker data, and take another look at the technical analysis for AMC stock. So let's get into this video, guys. Hit that like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel, as well as check out the links in the description to get free stock. If you guys are not signed up with Moomoo, Public, or Webull, check those out. Those are the brokerages that I have been using, and it's not a bad time, in my personal opinion, to get some free money. As well as that, I do want to let you guys know that this picture quality is obviously not the greatest. I have a camera. It's supposed to be here December 4th. Ordered this thing a long time ago. I blame supply constraints and all of that. So eventually it will be here, hopefully December 4th, like it says it will be. So, and other than that, before we do get into this, I did just start an official Twitter page, The Creative Investor. If you guys want to check it out, follow me over there, all that good stuff. We're going to be posting the news and staying very active on that. Now, let's get into this whole situation, because AMC is down 5.33%. What a horrible last couple of days we have had with AMC stock. We are approaching this 200-day moving average, a level that we have never been at, guys. Now, obviously, the 200-day has been riding up as the stock has remained elevated, and we will find support at this 200-day moving average. But what is really going on at the current moment? It's not as clear as, a lot of people think it is, and I think I found the answer to it. So it comes down to mid cap, small caps, and large cap stocks. A lot of people, they're piling into all of these large cap stocks. We're talking Tesla, Facebook, Amazon, Google, Apple, all of these large cap stocks. Nvidia, can't leave that out. Roblox, even these large cap stocks with market caps over $50 billion. But these stocks in between, 5 billion and 30 billion market caps, they're getting beat down. Let me show you guys some examples of this. Take a look at it right here. You can see Teladoc at the highest point in February of 2021. They were over $300 a share. Now they sit at $96.61 per share. I have actually made put trades on both of these stocks as well today. Look at Roku. You would think this is a large cap stock, but they're only $30 billion market cap. They're down 5.7% currently, going from almost $500 a share now down to $214.84 per share. The point is here, short sellers are shorting all of these mid-cap stocks to death. You could take a look at Purple Innovation, Corsair Gaming, Yeti. They're all coming down. All of these stocks are mid-cap stocks. They're getting beat down as money is piling into all of these blue chip stocks where everybody wants to own. Now, it's not to say these mid-cap stocks are bad by any means. I actually think they are severely undervalued at the current moment, but AMC falls in that category of mid-cap stocks. But as well as that, AMC is in the sector of the economy that would be hardest hit if this Omicron variant does develop to be an even worse situation. So it's like two reasons people are shorting these stocks. One, because people are just exiting. There's tax loss harvesting that is happening. But on top of that, AMC has that double whammy effect where they are hardest hit if, like I said, this Omicron situation does develop. So there's really two reasons, and those are the two reasons why short sellers are attacking AMC stock. We see this in the very inaccurate Ortex estimates. Ortex is indicating that the short interest is going up almost at 17%. Now, they are very inaccurate. People talk about why is Ortex inaccurate. It's because their analytics, their software is not capable of tracking high levels of short interest change every single day, how many shares are being shorted, and that's just the simple truth, because they are off severely every time we get reported short interest history from the exchange data. Now, with that being said, we are almost at this level that we were at during the last exchange reported short interest data. So we're probably, if I were to imagine, around 20% short interest or even higher for AMC stock. And we still have incredibly low volume. Still, for the day, only at about 17.5 million for short or for volume on the day. And we're sitting at about 1:20 p.m. right now. So about halfway through trading. So we're still seeing these very, very low volume days. So no, I don't think a lot of people are selling. Some people, obviously, I can't account for everybody and say they're all holding. Some people are selling, but I think a majority of the selling power is coming from short sellers. They're ultimately screwing themselves in the end because apes, we don't give in. There's no giving in with the ape community until the shorts cover. Especially if you're on Twitter. Oh my God, people just from all walks of life are still incredibly bullish on AMC, even on these red days. You've never seen a stock like this. And eventually that patience will pay and it will come to fruition for everybody. I am convinced of that. So that is what is really going on with AMC stock today. Like I said, this 200-day moving average, that's where we are going to see a bounce. I don't think there's any way in hell we're not going to see a bounce at this 200-day moving average, which is at $31.07. So we are right off of that. If we do see another red day tomorrow, then we are likely to hit this and then bounce back off of this. Let's take a look at what the SPY is doing. We're hanging out at the low end here as Biden is currently speaking about supply constraints, about Omicron, and all of that situation. So that is what I expect to happen, and I do think we will close somewhere, at about $35 per share. I kind of have to revise down. Instead of saying closing in between $37 and $40 per share, I think we're going to close around $35 per share to wrap up this week. Now, let's get into this Omicron situation because things are developing a little bit more. You guys can see from this headline, it's not a main headline or anything, but it's definitely spooking the markets a little bit. It says, WHO says South Africa hospitalizations are rising, but Omicron severity still unclear. And all of this revolves around the efficacy numbers of the vaccine. Once those numbers come out, and I do think they will be good, meaning that the vaccine that we currently have will at least somewhat protect you against Omicron. Not here to argue, why this is happening or anything like that. I've heard the conspiracy theories. This is only being covered because it directly affects AMC. But once those numbers come out, I do expect a major rally in all of these stocks, especially recovery stocks that have gotten very beat down. So watch for developments with that throughout the rest of this week and over the weekend. That'll definitely play into what is happening with AMC. And these mid caps, they could get shorted down, even more over the next couple of weeks. It's really unclear. A lot of these stocks, like I said, Roku and Teladoc, I don't see any bounce coming in the near-term future. It's just not a good situation for all mid-caps, and AMC, like I said, falls in that category. Now, a couple other things from the Ortex data that we should know is that we are at 86.24 million estimated shares that are sold short. The exchange reported data had us at 87.46 million shares, so I would estimate we're really in between about 95 and 100 million shares that are sold short. Incredibly bullish news if you're convicted in your trade. Hopefully by now you guys are. And the share utilization is at 75.08%, going up actually a little bit over the past 7 days, only about 0.5%. So there's about 0.5% less shares that are available to be sold short. Now let's take a look at the Stocko tracker data. We can see that there is virtually no calls in the money besides December 17th, and we have went down dramatically in the amount of calls that are in the money, only at 20,000 that are currently in the money, 262,000 that are out of the money. So you are seeing a lot of just reverse gamma squeeze that is going on right now, with a lot of puts that are going into the money, expiring this week about 40,000, 10,000 the week after, 75,000 for December 17th. So we're going to want to see if we do see that bounce, if we do see calls start to go back into the money and some de-hedging that is going on, because as you guys are probably familiar, when puts go into the money, the market makers, they have to short stock to basically hedge against those puts, so they're not on the hook for all of those going into the money. Once, you know, the puts go out of the money, they de-hedge and they have to buy the shares back, and that's where you could see an amplified gamma squeeze effect if that does play out, if we get the efficacy numbers for the vaccine and some of the concerns do start to wane. All in all, I think this is very bullish for AMC in the longer term. Over the next couple of weeks, anything can happen, and I do not want to, you know, front run you guys in saying everything is peachy. Hopefully we bounce off the 200-day moving average, like I said, but we will keep you guys informed over here on the channel of any new developments. So hit that like button for me, consider subscribing to the channel. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about the mid caps getting shorted? Are there stocks that you guys are watching? Are you buying the dip on AMC like we are? Let me know that information. Make sure to go ahead and follow me on Twitter. I will follow you guys back. I want to stay up to date with the community over here as well. Like I said, links for free stocks down below in the description, and the link for the buy and sell alerts if you guys want to be notified every time I make a trade, like the trade today on Roku and on Teledoc. So definitely check those out. But that is going to be all for this video. I will see you guys in the next one.